Next one, way in the back. You had your hand up there in the back row. There you go.
Hi, quick question. On the final episode of ReBoot, not like the two movies with the final episode, I really like the whole musical you did at the very end. How did you guys come up with that? I've never seen anything like that.
The musical? Oh, the one that I wasn't in. Oh yeah, well, can somebody else talk about that?
What? We were not in an episode?
No, that was the musical number at the end of season 3, which was to the modern Major General Gilbert and Sullivan. That was one of the script writers. He actually put in a spec script for the last episode of season 3, which we didn't use. No. I think Marv wrote the episode that we bolted the musical number on the end of, maybe. But before that, it was a spec script written by another writer whose name, sorry, escapes me. But the whole script was musical. Maybe you did. She can. But and it was like, no, we can't do an entire musical episode, but we liked the idea, so we got him to write the recap song at the end of the episode. And we actually used, we got like our musical guy, Bob Buckley, he got a couple of ladies and a couple of guys in who he worked with a lot who were operatic, because parts of it were operatic. No. Oh, Gary probably could. Sorry, Gary. Okay, next question. Anyone? Over here?
And the second part of the question is, if it sells well enough, any chance of a season 5?
Okay, well, I just gotta...
We can record it in Gary's basement!
We could! We've all sat on Gary's lap and recorded it in his basement, yes. Okay, just very quickly, oh damn, I always mean to say this up front. Just so you know, I am, at the moment, at this time, not involved I don't have anything to do with ReBoot, because the rights are held by the company called Rainmaker, which used to be Mainframe, and is now Rainmaker, and they have the rights to the show, so it's entirely up to them what they do with it. And at the moment, myself and the other creators are not involved. So I kind of know as much as you guys know. As for the rights, there are rights issues with seasons 1 and 2. Apparently a company, possibly Universal, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, had a rights deal with seasons 1 and 2 in perpetuity. So basically, if Rainmaker wanted to bring out a box set of DVDs, they would have to basically pay Universal, like I say, I think it's Universal, they'd have to pay them money, and I guess they'd only do that if they thought they could make that money back by selling the DVDs. Now, I know everybody here would buy it, I know I would, but I guess they're only going to do that if they think it's worth their while. What I was thinking was, if they do manage to revive the series, which they are talking about doing with the ReBoot revival and all this kind of thing, if they did manage to revive the show in some shape or form, whether it be a movie or a series or a special or whatever, then it might be worth their while. This is just me, this isn't official, this is just me theorizing. Then it might be worth their while to fork out the money to get the rights to do a box set, which they would then use to sell the new season. So, but that's, again, just me guessing.
I know, but they are remastering seasons 1 and 2.
Apparently they are remastering seasons 1 and 2.
But the format is so old, it takes a long time.
Now, by reformatting, do you mean...
No, the old format is so old that it's taking a long time to do. They're not, let me put it this way. They're transferring them onto high-def tape.
Okay.
It's taking a long time.
Okay, well, that sounds like a hopeful sign, if it's true, but you heard it here first, from that guy back there.
just wanted to know if Michael looked like he had something he really wanted to say.
Oh yeah, Michael, what was that?
It was about Tony J. I don't know if any of the other actors actually met Tony, but when I was in Los Angeles, I did some of the recording sessions, and he was there doing his lines first. And it was a pleasure to meet him. I think Mike Donovan also met him. He was about 6'5", and had a Shakespearean tone about him, a British accent, which was authentic. And he sat when he recorded and smoked cigarettes. So he would do 3 in a row of his line. He'd say, you know, I haven't felt this good since my first infection. I haven't felt this good since my first infection. I haven't felt this good since my first infection. And then he said, who wrote this shit? No, I'm kidding. He was a great guy to meet, and he was very proud of his association with the show as well, and he talked to me about maybe coming up to record in Vancouver, but I don't know if it ever transpired.
No, Tony used to, in between, because the show kept dying and then kept coming back 3 years later. And always in those periods, Tony would phone Ian and sort of say, you really should bring the show back, Ian. It's a very good show. You should do some more of those. Because he was a big fan of the show, and he once he passed through town and he came to visit us at Mainframe and spent the day with him, and it was really nice. But yeah, he was a big fan of the show.
Right there, get out there.
Mouse.
Ever since I saw my 2 Bobs, I've been wanting to ask this. How much trouble with censorship-wise, if any, do you guys get in for Dot's bachelorette party? That's the entire scene.
In My Two Bobs, there was because they were getting ready for the wedding, and there was Bob's bachelor party with jelly and ice cream, and juggling clowns, and there was the girls' party with strippers and so on. No, I don't remember. Like I said, season 3 and season 4, we were no longer under the yoke of BS&P, so basically we were doing what the heck we wanted and getting away with it. YTV complained actually about the size of Andrea's bra more than they complained about anything else. Actually, Andrea's bra, which if you watch, it was too small. If you watch that season, this 4th season, you will notice that Andrea's bra, from shot to shot, gets bigger and smaller, bigger and smaller, bigger and smaller. Because what would happen was we built the model, and we sent it to them for approval, and they said, you've made the boobs bigger, and we go, no, we haven't made the boobs bigger. And they'd say, make the boobs smaller, and we'd make the boobs smaller and send it to them again. They go, the boobs are still too big. Okay, right, go next. Okay, you've made her bra smaller. No, we have not made her bra smaller. So anyway, back and forth. We finally have a finished model with the tech, because it's all textures, obviously, on the model. And we animate a scene with a whole bunch of shots in it. And they'd send notes back and say, okay, shot 1, shot 2, okay, shot 3, the bra's too small. Shot 4, the bra's definitely too small. Shot 5, okay, shot 6, way too small. And it was the same bra and the same boobs, for goodness sake. So Corey, one of the guys who worked on season 4, is in the room somewhere. Maybe put your hand up, Corey. There he is, right there. That's Corey Barnett. I made that guy's life hell, because whenever there was a rendering error or whenever there was something like Andrea's bra, Corey was the supervising animator on that show. He had to fix the problem. And we were under huge deadlines trying to get the shows out the door, and I'd sort of come, hey Corey, and he's like, oh, hey Gav. And I'd be like, okay, got a bunch of notes for you. No, okay. So yeah, you'll notice Andrea's bra changes size from shot to shot. And sometimes there are like flames keyed in front of her. If there's an explosion going on, there's flames keyed in front of her, so you can't see her cleavage and things like that. So Andrea's, they didn't care about the strippers. They didn't care about the bridal shower, whatever it's called. They only cared about the size of Andrea's bra and the size of Hexadecimal's bosom.